Okay, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we're going to go into article directory marketing. So in the previous videos, we really talked about how to set up WordPress on your blog, which is completely in your control. That's your blog. All of your articles that you write should go there first. And the reason is that Google doesn't, it's not that they hate duplicate content, which basically duplicate content means two articles on different websites. It's just that they're only going to index one of those articles. Okay, so they're only going to index an article one time if it's exactly the same as another article. So if you write an article and then you go to an article directory like eZine articles, which is great, and we're going to go into why, and then that article gets ranked for whatever keyword you're targeting, and then you turn around and put that same article on your blog, it's not going to get ranked. That article, that post, that page won't get ranked because it's already been ranked and it's the exact same content. So the first place you always want to put your articles is on your blog, and that's essentially why I'm showing this video now and I showed the other video first, because I think it's very important to set up your blog, get your articles, get your posts, get all those widgets in WordPress set up to optimize that, because that's your site. You know, a good friend of mine said that if you submit all of your articles to article directories and they have a 25% click-through rate, that means that, you know, 25% of the people that saw your article and read it clicked on the link that you put in the article to go back to your blog or your product or whatever. Then really all that's saying is that, you know, you missed out on 75% of the traffic because it didn't go to you first. So, moral of the story, article directories are great for a couple reasons. Number one, you can upload your articles there, and they do really well in the search engines. Also, you know, they do really well, just they're major publications, so people go and, you know, read articles on article directories. It's a good place for you to get your information, your links in front of large groups of people. You know, back in the day, newspapers would do this. Businesses would write articles, the newspaper would publish it with the business's contact information. So it was a way for the business to get exposure and also deliver value and content for the publishing company, or for the newspaper rather. eZine articles, all these article directories, it's no different. So also another reason that article directories are great is because once you put your article on an article directory, you know, anyone can go on there, they can find your article, they can use it and put it on their blog. Okay, they can put it on their site, and that's article syndication. So it's very important when we're doing this to make sure, A, that we get our article ranked and indexed on Google for our blog first, but then also to put them on the directories and also to contact these other sites that are relevant to our article and our keyword and our market, because, you know, the traffic is what we're after here. Okay, so we're not using the article directories as our main source of ranking. It's just another great source of free traffic. Okay, now let's say that you decide that you don't want to have a blog and you just want to send people to an affiliate offer, straight to an affiliate offer. Okay, so it's just your affiliate offer, your product, straight to the sales page. Then yes, then you'll want to come in the eZine articles, you want to submit your articles, you'll want to definitely, you know, get those indexed. But if you have a blog, index that first, and then also upload your articles to as many directories as you can. I'm going to show you a great free resource on how to do that basically automatically. So the first thing I want to do is talk to you about really how to write a great article. Okay, so I'm going to pull up a WordPad here and just kind of give you a quick breakdown of how to write a great article and what you want to focus on. Just give me 1 second here. Okay. So the first thing that we have in our article is always going to be our headline. Okay. Now, these techniques that I'm teaching right now, you can use these for your articles on your blog. You can use this for your article that you're submitting to eZine articles, or submitting to other websites or web directories. So this will work for everything, but I'm showing you right now because we're going to actually submit it to eZine. I'm going to walk you through that whole process. So the first thing in your article is your headline. You want to make sure that your headline is interesting. You want to make sure that your headline is compelling and gets people to actually read the rest of your article. Okay? So let's say we're writing about health and fitness. Maybe our headline would be something like, dieting myths uncovered. Use these secrets to burn fat fast. If you notice from earlier, from our keyword research, burn fat fast was a keyword that had pretty low competition but high searches. Okay, so this might be a great keyword for us to target. So in this article, dieting myths uncovered, use these secrets to burn fat fast, that's going to be our headline. It's not just some boring generic headline like couple tips to lose weight, or how to diet. It's myths. Okay, people love myths that get uncovered. They love secrets. They love and obviously they love to burn fat fast because that's what we're targeting. But always have a compelling headline that's going to cause people to want to read further. The next part you're going to have is your introduction. Okay, so your introduction is basically just going to be a quick breakdown, kind of your elevator pitch of things to come. So your introduction is probably your next strongest part to your headline, okay? And really what you want to do is reveal just enough information to get people to read on. This is also a place where you can include some of your credibility, okay? So you can include, if this is something that you know a lot about, you're an expert, you can include that credibility in this article. If this is something that you've done a lot of research on, say that. Anything that gives you some credibility is going to go a long way for you in your articles. And then the next is obviously going to be our body. Okay, so our body can be 3 to 5 paragraphs, anywhere from 300 to 500 words. I like to break things up into paragraphs. I like to use bullet points. I think bullet points are easy to read. People like bullet points. It gives them kind of a clarity. Bold headlines. Things that make it easier to read and help you orient your reader are always going to go very far for you as far as writing your article. Okay, and I've got a pre-written article already. I'm not going to bore you by sitting here and writing a complete article that I'm actually going to upload to the eZine articles, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then also you're going to have your call to action. Okay. So your call to action, some article directories will let you have links in your article, some won't. Okay, so your call to action may be a link going back to your product, letting them know that they need to go ahead and take action. Remember, people are never going to take action unless you tell them to. Okay, people don't always know what to do, so they might read a great article. Just make sure you tell them what to do. Some incentives in your call to action could be a free giveaway, a free gift. A lot of times vendors who have products that you're promoting as an affiliate, they have free ebooks, they have free resources that you can use to give away to entice people to buy. So always take advantage of that kind of stuff. You can also buy private label rights, PLR, PDFs, things like that. You can go buy for a couple bucks that you can rebrand. I wouldn't use articles, PLR articles, in article directories, however, because article directories do not allow you to use the same article if it's already in their directory. So eZine's not going to let you publish content that's already in there. Okay, they'll shut down your account if they catch that. So if you buy a PLR that's also available to the public, that anyone can buy, and you and somebody else both upload an article, the person who uploads the article second is going to have their account shut down, and that's not what you want. That's not what we're after. So I would use PLRs as free giveaways, call to action, but I wouldn't actually make that your article. And then you're going to have your resource box. Okay, so your resource box is going to be at the bottom of your article, and that's basically where you're going to be able to put your contact information. You want to put your name. You want to put your web address or your domain. You want to put your elevator pitch, so maybe a short summary of what you went over. And then you want to put your call to action. And remember, this is a good place to offer something free. Let people know, click on this link to get your free report or to go more. So something in the body that I didn't mention a minute ago is in the body of our article, we always want the body to be useful but incomplete. So I always want our body of our article to tell them a lot, be very useful, give them some things they can go out today and use and have some success, but also make it incomplete. Make it to where they've got to go through the next process of clicking through your link and going to see the next piece of information to really satisfy that or get that solution for what they are looking for. Okay, a couple ideas for writing an article. If you're not an expert and it's not something that you really know too much about, Google is your friend in this case. Go through Google, go through some, type in your keywords, see what comes up, read some other articles, synthesize some information. Obviously, don't go rip off somebody, but synthesize information. Take a bunch of information, put it together, say it back in your own words, and you've got an article. It takes a little bit of time. These kind of tasks also are really great to outsource. To have your assistant or virtual assistant go out, find a bunch of information on a certain topic, and then synthesize it in an article for you. Great thing to outsource. We do it all the time. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone through the structure of the article, we're down here at eZine articles. All you have to do to log into eZine is to go to eZinearticles.com and sign up for your free account. That's really easy. And then here on the page, I'm actually using their new version. It's in I think it's in beta mode. By the time you see this, it may be completely up and running. But this is their new demo version. But really, all you got to do is go to Write and Edit. And then on eZine here, it kind of goes through the same breakdown. Goes through the same breakdown that we kind of went through here. You've got your title, which is also, like I said, going to use your keyword, and then you've got your category, your summary, it's your introduction. Let them know what they're about to see. Maybe let them know who you are, and then your body. Now, another thing in the body is this is also a place where you're going to put your keywords. 1 to 4% of your keywords are going to go into the body. Just make sure that you don't keyword stuff. Don't make this just some article that has a bunch of keywords in it that doesn't really make any sense. Okay, yeah, that's great for ranking in the search engines, but if you have too many keywords and you're keyword stuffing, Google will catch that and they won't index your article. And even if you do get a ranking and then they catch it, then it's even worse because you got on page 1, you got in the top 10, and then they delete your index. So don't keyword stuff. The time for that has passed. Some people have made money on that. Don't do that. Don't do any shady keyword tricks on your article. It's a great way to get your article either kicked out of the article directory or have your index removed. Okay, and your author will just be your name, resource box. You'll have your keywords, and then you'll have your schedule, I guess if you're a premium member, but this is completely free. You don't have to worry about all that. So for title, we come back in here. We have the title, dieting myths. Covered. Use these secrets to burn fat fast. Save. Awesome. Then we'll go in here to category. For category, let's see. For health and fitness, if they have a health and fitness category, that'd be great. Bam. Subcategory in health and fitness. Let's try to see if we can find a category with our keyword. I was looking for maybe fat loss, but nothing like that. Here we go, weight loss. Perfect. Okay, so health and fitness, weight loss. We'll save that. It's our category, and then a summary. So here we might just say something like, tired of going on strict diets and getting minimal results. If you want to burn fat fast, see we're using our keyword here again, you have to stop doing what the supplement and diet pill companies are telling you. Read on for the fat loss secrets, which could be another keyword the gurus aren't telling you. Okay, so this is just a quick summary, kind of, it's a little revealing, kind of lets them know what they're going to read about, but also kind of leaves them intrigued, and now they want to read on to the rest of the article. Earlier I said this is a great place for your introduction to talk about you and your credibility, and this actually would be, the introduction if you're writing on your blog, but for eZine and for these directories, you have this kind of summary box, so I would kind of make it a little more compelling. Don't make it about you, and then introduce yourself in the actual article. Okay, so we'll save that. Awesome. Then we have our body here. So I'm just going to paste the body that I have already. Okay. Then we'll save that. People hit you up pretty quickly. So articles, thez.com and elance.com, some great resources. It's completely free to sign up and start posting jobs. Get somebody to write some of these articles for you. Take the weight and burden off your shoulders. Okay, so we got our article in here. Keep in mind, in eZine articles, they want your articles to be about 400 words, no less than 400 words. And then we'll come down here to the resource box. Okay, then down here in your resource box, you're going to put in your name and then your website. So I don't own burnfatfast.com, but for the purposes of this article, if I was trying to target that keyword burnfatfast, then it would probably be good to own that domain if that's where I'm sending traffic back to. It's always good to own the domain that you're trying to target. But let's say if I did own it, I would say burnfatfast.com, and then click down here. I'd put my quick elevator pitch in, maybe. Don't be fooled by the diet and supplement companies. Learn the secrets to burn fat fast. And then down here, basically what we're going to do is our call to action, but we're going to put in a hyperlink, okay? That way it's just not our website they're clicking on. It's actually a link that we can make look kind of cool. So what we would say maybe is get your burn fat fast, and we want to say free report, but we want people to be able to click on free report and go back to our website here. So how about we get a little hyperlink coding here. Basically what you're going to do is triangle bracket. Make sure you have a space here. Do a triangle bracket, and then target equals quotation mark underscore new, quotation mark ends, href equals, and then in quotations your URL. Okay, so that basically just means that we're referencing this URL. Okay, and then here we're actually going to put, it's called anchor text. We're going to put our anchor text in right here. So get your burn fat fast space code free report, and then this A, it started the link, it's going to end it, and then we do another space here. So get your burn fat fast free report here, and make sure you space in between each one of these, because it won't look right if you don't. And also, normally what we would do is just create this whole thing would be a hyperlink. The whole get your burn fat fast free report here would all be a link, but eZine has a very strict policy on link text. They only let you do a couple words, so we're kind of stuck with that. So when we save this, this is what it looks like. Nick, burnfatfast.com. Don't be fooled by the diet and supplement companies. Learn the secrets to burn fat fast, and then get your burn fat fast free report here. Okay, and then they can click on that, and that'll take them back to the website. You can see down here in the bottom left-hand corner, burnfatfast.com is the site. Okay, and then we'll put our keywords in. So obviously, if you're not tired of hearing me say burn fat fast, that is the last time, I promise. Not really, I'll probably say it again. But then maybe fat loss secrets if we were targeting that. You know, get ripped, spring break abs, you know, whatever. I mean, I'm just being hypothetical, but all these are the keywords that we're going to want to target if we're trying to rank in the search engines. Okay, like I said before, if you've got your own blog, you obviously want to get your blog ranked first, because that's your blog. It's 100% your traffic. If you're trying to rank in eZine articles, you know, and you don't have a blog, then obviously you want to go ahead and get ranked. Use your keywords. Okay, so here we just save this. Then we can actually preview our article. We can come in and check out our article here. There's our title. Scroll down, and there's our resource box and our link. Very sexy. Okay, looks great. And also, you can put links inside your eZine article. I definitely recommend you do. You just don't be too crazy with it. Don't have like too many links. They've got their rules and guidelines. You can check those out. But I believe it's got to be at least below the fold. So no links here, and then all your links would have to be below the fold here. Okay, so people have to be able to read this with no linkage, and then come down here. Okay, so that was fun. We spent a few minutes on writing an article and then uploading it to eZine Articles. Usually shouldn't take you more than 10-15 minutes to write a great article. This one had 762 words. Yours doesn't need to have that much. 400 I think is the minimum for eZine, so at least get 400 in there and you'll be set. You'll be money. Now, good friend Brad Collin actually has an article submitter over at imwishlist.com. So it's articlesubmitter.imwishlist.com, which actually, if you check this out and sign up for his article submitter, it's completely free. It will submit all of your articles to all of the, well, not all, but a lot of the directories, I think 85 or so, and it'll do it all for you automatically, which is cool. So you don't have to do it. So you don't have to do what we just did. Basically, you take your article, you load it up, sends out to all the articles, and that's going to equal, you know, lots of traffic for you a lot faster than having to go and do it individually per each article submission or article directory. So that's pretty cool. Definitely check out articlesubmitter.imwishlist.com. Now, if you're not a big writer and you don't love to write, which not everybody does, if you're not passionate about what you're writing about, then obviously this could be more of a chore for you. So, you know, I'm a big fan of outsourcing. Outsource your writing. Go to articleswithaz.com. Have somebody come in and write your article for you. It's usually about $6 to $8 an article. Also, Elance does it too. Elance.com. You can post your job right here. Very easy. Just make sure your job description's very descriptive. Make sure it's very detailed. Elance will shut down your job. They've done it to me before if it's not descriptive enough. I think they don't want people coming to work for you, and then when they're finished with the job, you coming back and saying, wait, this wasn't what I wanted. So it's got to be very detailed. Let them know exactly what you want when you post your job. But I think you'll be surprised. You post a job on elance.com, especially in this economy, So the last thing I want to talk to you about really briefly is how to spin your articles and actually get more bang for your buck, especially if you're paying someone to write your articles. So what you want to do is you want to go to the website's freearticlespinner.org, where I've already actually put in my article. It's a completely free service, very easy to use, and actually what you're going to use is what they call spin syntax, which is going to spin your article and just create several articles for you. So the way it works is what you want to do is you want to have many different variations of your article using many different words, because we know now that eZine articles won't let you have two of the same article. Google is only going to index one of your articles, and you definitely can't have multiple articles that are the same on your own website. Okay, that's a big no-no in Google. Okay, you're sure to lose your index if you do that. So one thing we can do instead of writing fresh new content every time or paying someone to do it is we can actually spin one article and get tons of use out of it. So all we have to do is come here to the freearticlespinner.org. It's .org, not .com. .com will create a new article for you, but it's kind of a hassle because you have to go in and proofread it. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. So they're both free, but .org is where you're actually going to go in and create your own spin syntax. So basically we would just come in here and we could create different sentences. So here we would come in, we would put these special brackets, they're right above the bracket bars. Hit shift and then you come in and put a vertical bar right here. Okay, so Diet Myths Uncovered, use these tips to burn fat fast. Maybe another headline we want to spin could be, so maybe traditional methods of dieting don't work. Learn the secrets to burn fat fast. And then maybe stop wasting your time on the same old diets. Learn these 3 weird tips to burn fat fast. Alright, so then you come down here to spin, and basically the free article spinner is going to spin you out a new headline based on one of the 3. So as you can see, you can go through your whole article and you can do this. You're going to spend a little more time initially on one article, but by the time you do this and create a ton of different sentences, then every time you spin, you're going to have a new article that you can copy and paste and submit to the article directories over and over and over. New content, all basically from one piece of content. Okay, so this is a great way to basically get a whole lot of new content from one piece. Okay, so right there we just did 3 different headlines and it just chose one of them randomly. Obviously if you spun the whole thing, you'd have a whole different article every time. So one more way we can use this Spintax is we can come up here and let's say we wanted to use just one headline, but then we wanted to target multiple keywords. Okay, so what we would do down here is we'd come in, do the same type of thing, do our little spin syntax symbol here, basically do a vertical bar here, and then we could say lose weight fast. And let's say we are also maybe wanting to target, get ripped. quick is our keyword. Okay, so then we'd come in here, do the same thing. We'd come down, spin now. So here we go. Diet uncovered, use these tips to lose weight fast. So now we're targeting a whole different keyword. We've got an article that's targeting a whole different keyword, and we can go in and do this all throughout our article. Change the keyword, change the sentences around, and then actually, if you are kind of having a writer's block or want to, get some motivation, you can always come up here and go to thesaurus.com and just type in words to get other alternate words. So let's say the word was lose. We're talking about losing weight. Now we've got all kinds of different words we can use. Reduce, deplete, drop, drop weight. So using thesaurus.com is a great resource to come help you do this. Once again, this is something you can outsource, just like writing your articles. You can also outsource someone spinning them. Just give them this resource. Say, not only do I want you to write an article, I want you to spin it, so I have multiple variations. Then you can upload it to the free article submitter. Get your articles out on all the article directories. Start linking back to your blog. Start linking back to your products. And this is just one way to really get those backlinks going. Start linking for you. And this is also another great way for people to find your articles, and if they're good, high-quality articles, people are going to want to use them. They're going to put them on their blogs. They're going to put them on their authority sites. You can also contact some of these authority sites. Just go to Google, type in your keyword, and an article submission. So maybe just come into Google. Just come into Google and type, your keyword, burn fat fast plus article submission. The results you're going to get are lots of websites that you could probably upload your article to. Just contact the owners. Most websites have a contact. Not everybody's going to want to work with you, but just getting your articles out there on the directories, getting them out there for people to grab, put on their blogs, contacting these blogs, utilizing social media, which we're really going to get into in the social media module. But these are going to be ways to instantly just get massive traffic back to you. Also, it's going to improve your rankings if you're trying to rank with these articles on the article directories. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This one was a little bit longer. We kind of went through the whole process here, but I wanted to be thorough so you knew exactly what to do. So go ahead and start working on getting some of these articles written or outsourcing it. And then spinning your articles is also an option if you'd like to do that. You don't have to. You can always just come up with fresh content or have someone do it for you, and then submit your articles onto the directories with links going back to your blog or your product or your affiliate offer, and you're going to be good to go. So thanks again for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next video.